But the best usage I found for Luke's crouch medium punch is for drive rush checking. Let's say I run up and I don't know what to do. I'm going to get punished, right? Because I didn't do a meaty. All right, we're going to run a first to 5 first, and we're just going to try to gauge where he's at so far. Okay. I gotta do the sweaty shit. Nice, perfect parry. Oh, he didn't confirm off of that. That was a good perfect parry though. I wish he would have done more with it. Okay. That does actually punish my medium fireball, which is pretty funny. Nice throw. Nice tech. Okay, I just spaced that. Punished it properly. Nice. I think that should kill. If I remember correctly. Yes, I think it does. Yes. Nice. Drive rush check. Nicely done, son. That was good, brother. I like that. That's what I want to see more of. Okay, nice jump. Nice fake out. That's really good. Oh, he misspaced it. Let's see how he reacts to jump-ins. Not seeing a lot of DP anti-airs. Either perfect parry or down heavy punch. So, basically less consistent options is what I'm gathering. Oh, I dropped that. And unfortunately, that is not real. No, I just get DP there. Okay, I need some coaching. Oh my god, nice. I like the wick up. I do think there was a lot. He did have to spend a lot to get that level 2, but it ended up being worth it. Beautiful perfect parry. What do we do off of this? Oh, not full conversion. That's unfortunate. Let's see if we can burn him out here. He does it to himself. That's what I like to see. Throw. I was really expecting a level 1 there. Probably gonna jump here, I'd imagine. Well, that works too. Nice throw. I like this. Nice overhead. Alright. Nice, level 2. I like the reversal. Dealing my drive damage. Boom. Nicely done. Let's see if I can get a cheeky little burn knuckle in. Nice back throw. Nice. I like that. Unfortunate. That is unfortunate. That will kill. Alright, how we doing, man?
I'm doing alright, how about yourself?
Doing quite well. Yeah, so how long have you been playing this game? I've actually never seen you in this channel.
I've been lurking in the channel for a while. I think I've been playing this game. I got it in June, and I've been playing like off and on, and then like the past like 2 or 3 months I've been really playing it.
Okay, nice. Well, what I wanted to share first is actually what I think you do really well first, and that is I actually think defensive-wise, when it comes to drive rushing, I think you have really good checks. A lot of times during the matches, I would check your reactions, and you were pretty good on that. I mean, defensive-wise, you were waking up with reversals. You did one ODDP. I noticed every time after that you were typically doing level 2 to reversal, which was fine. But anytime I drive rush, like, yeah, most of the time you were checking with like crouch medium punch or something, and then going into a conversion, which was really good. I thought that was really smart. Really well done. However, I would say that I think that one of the best things in this game to make your overall game like a lot stronger is to touch up on every part of your defense. So the one side that I would say that was probably lacking a little bit was just like anti-airs. I think you actually had a few really good like down heavy punches that you would do to hit me out of the air, but I didn't see too much after that. And other than that, I did notice that you were falling into the habit that a lot of us do, and I did the exact same thing when I was learning as well, which was to try to perfect parry a jump in. What I will say is I think on Diamond players, early Master as well, like certain players who are still learning the game and aren't as confident, definitely will fall for that pretty consistently. You know, like if they just keep jumping in and they think that you're not anti-airing, then they might keep getting perfect parry and you can keep punishing them. But a player who is comfortable enough with playing this game, who is evaluating every interaction, they will pretty quickly realize what you're doing and start to try to empty jump and punish you that way. So I would say that your best option is really going to be getting as comfortable as possible with using rising uppercut with Luke. Anytime that someone jumps in on you, I really guarantee it that it's going to help. What controller do you play on?
I play on a PS5 pad.
Oh, hell yeah, me too, man. Do you play D-pad or analog?
D-pad.
Okay, perfect. So actually, yeah, DP should be easy for you. I play analog, and it's weird, but I've gotten used to it, so honestly, that means that anybody can do it. I really would focus on getting your DP input down and just doing rising uppercut anytime you see someone jump in. The number one thing I focused in on when I was learning this game was to just make sure I had anti-airs, because it just removes, like, an option that the opponent can really do on you. It also just scares the shit out of the opponent. I have won a few tournaments single-handedly just because I was anti-airing every time, and they were just like, well, I mean, I don't know what else to do. And if their offense is not strong enough on the ground, then there's really not much they can do. And the reason why I tell you to do that is because if you are struggling at like lower ranks and you have really strong anti-airs all of a sudden, you're just going to start climbing because people are just going to get so much more scared of you. So you can just walk up on them. But yeah, that's one thing I went on for a while. But yeah, I just really recommend that. Other than that, obviously I did see there's a few times, and this happens to everybody, there was a few dropped conversions as well. I saw there were certain combos you did that would either drop or they would end with like the wrong ender. That is fine as well. I do the same thing as well. I drop combos. But I would say Luke is one of those characters, if you really like Luke. Definitely watch like the pros and stuff like that because his optimal conversions are so important. They're a little annoying to do, but they are so important because they give some of the best like mix-up options in this game. And I did see you actually went for one of them, which was like the mid-screen little like jump back one where you like cross the opponent up and you scare them. I mashed throw because I didn't know what you were going to do and it ended up working, but usually I do think that mix would have ended up working in your favor. I just ended up getting lucky. Other than that, I would say that a lot of times I would just kind of sit back and wait for you to keep doing it. I would just try to basically make you scared of sitting on the ground and throwing fireballs because I would either parry or throw a fireball to match yours, and then I would just wait for you to jump. So that's why I was going to say, like, I think you need to be a little bit more confident with your movement on the ground and be more consistently walking towards the opponent and blocking at the same time. So let's go into training mode right here at the bottom. Yeah, honestly, I think one of the most important things, especially since, thank God, you're playing a Shoto, Luke is a Shoto, your game really is to walk the opponent down. And obviously, I think you were already really utilizing his one of his best options, which is his Fireball. His Fireball is insanely good. Sandblast, oh my god, man. Heavy Sandblast, OD Sandblast. I see Luke players just chucking this thing out, and I'm just like, god damn, bro, I really gotta walk you down. Like, I gotta parry this shit. Especially because you were actually doing really good with the, you would every once in a while throw out, like, the light, and it would throw me off. And I really liked that at some point you noticed that I parried it, and you went up and through, which was
for a grab.
Really smart. Yeah, that was perfect. That stuff, awesome. Definitely keep doing that stuff. Cycle through your fireballs, you know, every once in a while go through light. But if I will say this about Luke, if you have an opponent that's super antsy, like they're just kind of moving all over the place and they're jumping, throw an OD Fireball at him, because that shit is like a gunshot. Like, it's so quick, it's going to knock them down for sure. And if you are able to hit them, you just run up, because, like, yeah, that move is insane. I wouldn't spam it too much. Obviously, you don't want to be Noah the Prodigy and play Luke in Burnout. I do not recommend it. That guy's just different. I don't know how he does it, so I don't recommend it. I think meter is super important to Luke's game plan. But the way that I play Luke, and like how I play every Shoto in this game, is to recognize basically your like best buttons for every situation. So for instance, like in this footsie situation, we're playing footsies right here. Your best button is obviously can't talk. Is obviously going to be crouch medium kick. Your low forward option. A low that reaches super far is just like the best thing in this game that you can have. And the reason why it's so good, I'm sure you know, is because obviously if you hit them low, you go in for a full combo. But let's say you were able to block low. Yes, thank you so much. You can obviously, you have multiple different options. You can drive rush off of this and go for an instant mix-up, which is awesome. Or if you notice, you can go for like a fireball to set yourself in a good position. But realistically, like, yeah, you have the easiest get-in option playing as a Shoto, which is just you get up close and drive rush in. And all you need with this character is the easiest mix-up option in this game, which is drive rush, and you can go for a tick throw, you can go for a meaty, or you can go for a shimmy. So basically you would go, let's say your options are crouch light punch, into throw, so for your tick throw, you have that. You have crouch light punch into crouch medium punch if they're an opponent that's mashing. So after you see this crouch light punch, I want you to mash. Like that, exactly. So that's one of the better options whenever you notice that the opponent's mashing a lot and you just want to get in and punish them. But the other option, obviously, if you make the opponent scared of this, your throw, you know, getting him a throw or doing tick throw, is to then throw in a shimmy. So crouch light punch. Let's say that you thought I was going to throw there again. Right?
Yeah.
So that is, because you're playing a Shoto, if you ever question in a match, what the hell am I supposed to be doing to open this guy up? That's the easiest answer I can give you, is to play a slow game of, you know, checking what they're doing, you know, with your fireballs, kind of see what they're doing. Every once in a while, you want to try to throw out a lighter one, maybe throw them off. I would throw out fireballs as well to try to see if you can get them to jump. And if you are getting them to jump and you do, like what I said, you have anti-airs down, boom, knocking them back, and they're going to have to, you know, take more of your pressure because you're knocking them back, and then you can just go in and make them take the mix. But realistically, yeah, your best thing with Luke really is to just be comfortably sitting at this range, I think right here, throwing fireballs and walking the opponent down. And then, you know, once you get in the range that you want to approach, go for that crouch medium kick and go in, you know. The other thing that I would say that you can do is, you were doing this move earlier as well, you know, crouch medium punch is really good. Crouch medium punch is also going to be a really good move to poke in with. You can get in, you know, with crouch medium punch. It's not just crouch medium kick. But the best usage I found for Luke's crouch medium punch is for drive rush checking. This move is insane for that.
Whenever people rush in, I find it, if I can check it, I get pretty good out of that.
Exactly. You already know how to play this character. So let's get the frame meter on, and I want to remember really quickly. Can you block low? Okay, perfect. Just like I thought. Okay. So yeah, crouch medium punch from Luke is +1, like I thought, which gives this move insane utility because if you want to drive rush, let's say, or you just want to go up on the opponent and hit it, you can frame trap the opponent. You know, like let's say most medium punches in this game are minus. So if somebody doesn't have the knowledge, especially on like Diamond, they might mash after this. So let's say after you see this, mash like crouch light punch. It's my turn, you know? Like it would, it's going to frame trap the opponent, and if you lab your combo, then you got something right there. But yeah, I really do think it comes down to just like a few of the things that I wanted to teach you, like that I talked about already, has to do with just like general like Street Fighter stuff. But that stuff really does come with time. I think what I shared with you already really is like the core Street Fighter 6 stuff that people just use to get ahead. But a lot of it was, you know, just like Luke stuff. Like I think there's a lot of stuff with Luke that you could have done as well. Like you could have fleshed out the character a little bit more and learned his extra stuff. And obviously that comes with time. But the stuff that I'd recommend is just getting your opponent more scared of drive rush options. So like, you know, Luke has a pretty good overhead. So I would say like after learn your situations where you can hit them with a meaty. Do you know what a... Yeah, I'm sure you know what a meaty is, right? I just have
well, kind of. Can you explain? So,
yeah,
like...
for sure. So, a meaty is literally just on the opponent's wake-up. Depending on who you're fighting, they will do multiple different options, right? What a meaty is supposed to do is it is supposed to hit the opponent. It is basically a perfectly timed move that will hit the opponent the moment that they recover, so that you will punish any move they try to do, and usually, in the case of Luke especially, give you plus frames. So, for instance, let's say that, I'm going to put you in the mid-screen. Let's say that I just hit you with, maybe like I ended a combo with this move right here. Actually, you know what, here. An easier meaty is going to be this one. Let's say I hit you with that, and then I immediately run up. And let's say you're the Luke who just got knocked down, and you're like, I don't think this guy knows, you know, how to punish me. I'm just gonna mash like crouch light punch or something like that. So in a normal situation, if I run up and I'm not ready for that, you know, hold on, let me just run up. You just keep mashing it. Let's say I run up and I don't know what to do. I'm gonna get punished, right? Because I didn't do a meaty. So a meaty is useful for punishing an opponent in that situation, where let's say I'm going to do it on the exact frame.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So you do it on the exact frame. And the cool thing about meaties in this game is that there's a lot of different setups so that you don't have to manually time it. And that is the thing that I think is worth learning with Luke, is learning his what's it called? His automatic time like meaty. So it's basically learning the stuff that will automatically give it to you just by doing like a drive rush or something like that. So for instance, mash crouch light punch after this. I'm pretty sure this meaty's... I want to remember. Yes. So this is one of the meaties I like to do a lot with Luke, and it gives you a free overhead, is after... what is this special move called? I always forget what it's called. Something erase... It's not eraser gun. That's like level 2.
Flash knuckle?
Flash knuckle. That's what it is. So after like you get a few light confirms, a lot of times I like to end in light flash knuckle. And the reason for that is because you do get a meaty drive rush overhead. Like, boom. So let's say, and then after, you know, if you wanted to get after that, you could go, hold on. That's not the right combo. What do I usually do after this? He keeps getting level 1. I'm trying to do DP, but usually you can do like DP after. But obviously there's other stuff. But that's one of the more common meaties you can do. But you see what I mean, though? Like, it basically, it gives you more ideas for what you need to do, so that whenever you get a knockdown on an opponent, you're not, like, questioning, okay, what am I doing next? It immediately goes, oh, that's right, I can hit them with this. You know, like, and you just want to fill out all these different options that you can do. And it really does get easier once you know all of these options, because it's not like you're guessing about, like, how do I time this shit, you know? What if they get up slower? What if they get up faster? Like, you just, it's automatic timed, so it's gonna do the same effect every time. So... Will
that be OD wake-ups?
No. So that is how... Okay, and that is where this extra part of this game comes in, and that is why it is so important that you know your meaties, so that you know... when you can do them and when you cannot. So basically, the trick to punishing OD reversal is to do literally just baiting them out. So let's say, what I like to do a lot of times is when I first start a game, I like to assume that the opponent is going to respect my pressure. and I don't like to assume that they're immediately going to ODDP. I don't assume they're going to do it until they start doing it, because if they never do it, then I never had to shimmy and give up my pressure. So what I do is I stay aggressive, and every time I get a knockdown, I'm on them. You know, I'm going for a throw, I'm going for an overhead, I'm just staying on them until they hit me with that first OD, basically. And then once they start doing that, then you kind of start playing this game where you want to start seeing like how defensive the opponent is. Are they willing to spend their meter, you know? And a lot of the times, like especially, I think the easiest way to check if somebody's going to reversal you is if you get them to the corner and you're about to run up. So like mid-screen, you know, maybe round start, I wouldn't expect most people to like immediately reversal right there. I mean, some people will, and again, this is different for everybody, but I do think it's a lot more consistent that once you get someone to the like corner and you're about to run up and hit them, I think they're a lot more willing to reversal because, like, you know, you don't want to be in the corner, obviously. You want to get out of there. So I think people really are more willing to do it. So once somebody starts doing that option on you, they start reversaling. That is when you can start going for your meaties, but the moment before your meaty hits, you can block. So let's say that you keep seeing me hit you with this option, and I keep going for that overhead. Let's say this time you're like, he's doing it again, I'm going to OD reversal. So, you know, that's when you can hit him with something like that. I think it's better that you drive rush and hit like a low light or something, because it makes the opponent think you're throwing out an option. So for instance, like this. So, oh no, what I meant is you do OD reversal, and I'll do...
Oh.
Yeah. Like, the low light is meant to trick
see.
the opponent. Yeah, exactly. It's a frame kill. Because if you just run up and do nothing, a lot of the times people kind of know.
People won't do the OD, yeah.
Yeah, so you want to really make them think you're going for an option. You know, they're reversaling now. Okay, every once in a while, let me check, let me test. How defensive are they? Are they scared? You know, because I wouldn't be too scared of taking too many OD reversals, but think about, you know, the reward. If you're able to predict one of them, then you get a huge punish. You know, obviously you get like a heavy punch combo. So I definitely would recommend, you know, start shimming there a little bit more. But yeah, I think that really is the situation that most people do it. It's whenever you're running up with like a drive rush after you get a knockdown, you know? So yeah, definitely what I'd recommend doing is learning a mid-screen combo off of low forward. So I think the one I used to do... No, wait, hold on. Oh, no, it was, yeah, I think this is the one I used to do the most. And it gives you a free, like, three-way mix. You know, obviously, after that, you get a meaty throw. You get a meaty low. And then you can also jump to try to bait out the opponent, and you can shimmy. So you get, like, 4 different options you can do. You do have to perfectly time it, but it is a really good option. If you want to go for something simpler when you start, I think you can also just do this, which is really good as well. But basically what I'm saying is I would learn a consistent combo that you're going to do off of the normals that you're hitting the most. So for instance, like low forward or jump-ins, you know, stuff like this. And I would learn the setups that you can get into a meaty button after that combo ender. So like learn what your combo is ending with. So for instance, this first one that we did, it's ending with a meaty, not a meaty, it's ending with this move. But it's in the air. So you want to learn what buttons can I do after this to hit them if they're pressing. You know, like you can... And the easiest way to do it is honestly just to look up Luke Street Fighter 6 meaties. And yeah, just do it that way. Because then also, it'll also usually teach you some of the combos that you should probably be doing if you don't have the best combo routes just yet. But realistically, like, yeah, that is... the number one thing, other than having really good defense, that will set you apart from other players. And obviously, this is not something you have to immediately have right now. Obviously, I gave you a ton of shit to do. It's just something down the road. Remember, like, okay, if you're struggling and you're like, what can I do? What else could I be learning right now? You know, I'd recommend being like, all right, I'm going to learn some of these meaties, you know. And I'm going to figure out how I can punish an opponent who's mashing, because it's so common. But it also works so well because it's not just for opponents who are mashing, it's also just to continue your pressure. Because if the opponent doesn't mash and they're defensive, you're just getting to continue your pressure for free. You know, because you're running up and hitting a meaty. Even if they block that overhead, it's still your turn. Like, stand block, I'm still +1 there. You know, like, it's still my turn. So it's like, you know, that's why they're so damn useful. Do you have any questions?
Not at the moment. Let me see if I can think of anything.
Okay.
Because one thing I have issue with, I guess the only thing I have, well, you use analog, so I don't know.
Well, I
but
can
like,
also play D-pad, but
yeah. So I found like this uppercut sucks compared to like Ken's. I don't know why, because I play Ken too.
okay.
And like, if somebody DPs or jumps in on me, I can always hit somebody with Ken.
Okay.
But when I use like the heavy, it goes so far forward, and sometimes they'll jump too close, and this will be like not far enough.
Okay.
Whereas like Ken's will hit no matter what.
Yeah.
Well,
I got you.
I don't know.
I think that really is something that just comes with, there's kind of two ways you can deal with that. You know, like, if the opponent is jumping in and you really want to wait to the last minute because you want to consistently use light, you can just wait until, like, they're right about to hit you and then you can DP. Or you can just really get practicing and learning where the opponent is on the screen and know, okay, this is a heavy DP reaction. Okay, this is a light DP reaction. Again, yeah, with Luke, it's a little bit harder. The reason why I do relate with that is because Terry is exactly the same way, where his light DP is incredible, super fast, but it does not go forward at all, you know? So I typically, my route of learning DPs is to just wait to the last second and then just go for light every time, because it's the least risky one for the most part.
Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. But yeah, that's usually my answer, is to stick with light, unless they're really far. If they're genuinely like super far, like a for instance, a really good situation that you should be using like heavy DP, is if an Akuma air fireballs you, the best way to punish that is just heavy DP. You're gonna go a lot forward. You're gonna go through the fireball and you're gonna hit them in the air. Light is a lot harder to do that with because you need to cover a little bit more screen. But yeah, there's situations that you'll use all of them. But for the most part, people jumping in, I'm almost always going for light. I don't like risking going for the further one if they're like right on top of me and I'm gonna miss it. Let's just go, we can do first, what do you want to do, first three?
Yeah, first three's fine, whatever's easiest
Let's
or
do...
gives you most data.
Okay, 3 sounds good. Hell yeah. It's the same thing. I was like, yes. Oh yeah, also I was gonna say, one of the best pokes that Luke has is medium kick. Medium kick's such a good poke.
Yeah, I don't use this button a lot because I can't get anything after it, but I know I need to use it.
Definitely use it to keep the opponent back, you know? Especially when they're in the corner. Okay, nice heavy punch. Okay, I like that approaching. Nice check. I like that.
Oh, I didn't want to do that.
Nice check. That was not a real meaty. Nice check.
Oh, God damn it. I'm like nervous or something.
You're good. No stress. Just play your game. Oh shit. Nice. Oh, that's unfortunate. Yeah, that combo's weird. Half the time I can't get it to work either.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, I didn't want to do that.
Oh, that actually almost worked. That's crazy. I was like, literally, if I did that any later, I would have got punished. You see how good that shit is?
Yeah.
It's crazy. Nice. Oh shit, a minus. Good stuff. Oh, look at this combo. Hell yeah, that's what I want to see. That was sick. Okay. Oh shit! Nice, slow forward. Oh shit, that's good. I was not expecting that.
I'm doing it again.
Yeah, you see what I mean? You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Does this work?
Will that hit?
Oh hell
Oh,
yeah!
wow.
I didn't even know that was
I didn't
sick.
think it would hit unless you perfected.
I didn't either. That was awesome. Alright, Luke's pretty fun. I haven't played him in so long. I used to really like him, but I haven't played him in a while. When I mean like don't use DI ever, I don't mean like just get rid of that option. I just mean don't throw it out when nothing's happening, what you have to do is you can save it for options that are DI punishable. So for instance, a lot of the fireballs in this game, you have to experiment because I don't exactly remember all of them. But specific fireballs, especially when people do slow fireballs like light, if you react in time, you can punish that and hit them with a DI. One of the other common options is when somebody does a slow move that is not drive rush cancelable. So for instance, in Luke's case, that stand medium kick that you saw, that is a move that is punishable drive rush because, like you saw, you can't really get anything off it. You know, it's just like a poke. So if somebody is baiting you out for doing a really big slow move that's not drive rush cancelable, like if you see an opponent do it enough, you can DI. And there's a lot of other moves like that as well. You know, there's certain situations that are DI-able. A lot of Manon's pressure, if you're fighting Manon half the time, if she just does like a bunch of flip kicks, you can just DI that shit. Like half the time it's not real. Kimberly as well, a lot of time her pressure's fake, you can just DI it. But you got to experiment when you can do it or not. But that's when I would say to do DI. But I wouldn't just be throwing it out willy-nilly is what I mean. But there's definitely situations for sure that you can take advantage of it. For instance, that is one. So, yeah.
Well, cool. Thank you so much for your help. I definitely am going to go do NCAs for like 10 hours now.
Hell yeah, man. Put on some music or whatever you got to put on. Just lab that shit because goddamn it'll help you. But really good shit with the drive rush checks. You're definitely implementing new combo routes and setups, which was really sick. So yeah, just, you know, keep learning. Stick with the game. And, you know, if you ever need help in the future, let me know, man. I'm in this channel. I got my own Discord server as well where I teach people. Been more frequently posting videos on my channel focused on coaching and helping out viewers as well. So yeah, if you need you know, help in the future, let me know, man. Absolutely.
Sounds good. Thank you so much.
Appreciate it, bro. Yep. Peace.
Bye.
Peace.